I like to pretend that I don't have a constitutional duty to you all. I mean, we all know that there are certain expectations that you hold me to, right? One, that I must run, which I'll be honest with you, haven't run in months. Ran 2 marathons and feel pretty good with that. And it's like negative 45 degrees outside, roughly. And so just haven't done it. Now, I am, of course, about to go on the run again because getting word that Interpol's closing in on me for all of my incredibly horrendous takes. And maybe where I'm going on the run, where I'm going on the run too, I might actually be able to run because it'll be a little warmer. At least I'm hoping. That's the theory anyways. Can't get any colder unless I'm going to help Santa out at his workshop. The other expectations, I'm going to eat Jaffa cakes, I'm going to eat chocolate turtles, right? That's the running. It helps counteract that, the sweet tooth. Right, but outside of my meme obligations to you, I do feel I have other certain obligations to make you aware of cool things that are happening while they're still going on. And this, my dear internet friends, this is one of those things. Because something remarkable is happening in the 6th division of England. And you might have, I would assume the thumbnail had something to do with the table, because that's basically what we're talking about. But if you look at the National League South, right, because the 6th division of England's divided into 2 leagues, National League South, National League North. Once you get to the 6th division, I guess you can't travel the whole 20 minutes across England, so you got to break it up. But National League South, the table is as follows: 55 points, 52 points, 52 points, 52 points, 52 points, 52 points, 49 points. To which my response is, fuck yeah. This is chaos. Okay, there are, depending on which team you're looking at, 17 or 18 games left in the season. So there's plenty of time for this whole bit of nonsense to blow up. But there is one key takeaway here. And that is that basically every team that's on 52 points has a better goal difference than the team that's on 55 points. The team that is top of the league right now has a +9 goal difference. That would be Worthing. Now, we like Worthing because they have 3 fish in their badge. And that's just got a little extra swag to it, okay? I really can zoom in on this very far. Shout out to Sky Sports for having such a high-resolution website and allowing me to do this and not having broken any part of it. But then you have Boreham Wood. They have a +24. Dorking Wonders is a +21. Maidstone United with a +20. Torquay United with a +16. Eastbourne Borough has a +8. I don't know what they're doing. They only got 35 goals in 29 matches. These guys are basically football terrorists. All right, they've also played 29. Worthing's played 28, and Torquay United's played 28. So maybe Worthing can pull away. But Boreham Wood's also played 28. And Truro City has played 28. They're the team down on 49 points. And of course, their goal difference is better than Worthing's too, so they can close in on them. And then there's Weston-super-Mare. They're down in 8th, and they're relevant too because they're on 47 points. They're 8 points off the top of the entire league. And the reason that the top of the league is so important at this level, you might know this if you've ever played Football Manager, which obviously I have played a little. And my doppelganger, Zealand, he's played that a lot too. If you win the league, you go up to the Vanarama National League. That is the only automatic promotion spot, is the top of the league. 2 through 7 is a 6-team playoff in which the top 2 teams wait for the bottom 4 teams to play in a seeded fashion. And then they play the winners of that, and then the 2 teams that win that end up in the final. And that final is actually played at Wembley, which is fun. The 6th Division of England plays their playoff final in Wembley. Now, their fan bases aren't able to fill the entire stadium, right? But it's still a nice spectacle. Honestly, it's the sort of thing I would love to go watch sometime. Maybe I'll do it this year. I don't know. I tend to end up in London all of the time, so maybe we'll skip on over there again. But this... All these teams, even Hampton and Richmond Borough and Tonbridge Angels, you go all the way down to 10th and put them at 43 points. They're only 6 points out of here. But that's not normally, that's not an excessive amount of ridiculous. This is a normal amount of ridiculous in terms of the battle for the actual playoff positions. The true ridiculousness is that going into the final 17-18 matches, We have a 3-point gap between the top 6 teams. Any one of these teams, if they go out and win, let's say 10 of the last 17 matches, could find itself getting automatically promoted to the 5th division of England. And if you're in the 5th division, and I realize it always works like this, right? But if you're in the 5th division, you are then 1 division away from being in the Football League. And right now where these teams are, they are very far away from the Football League. But if you can get yourself into that National League, the Football League being within striking distance, I mean, this is the league that Wrexham was in when, Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhaney came in and bought the club. Is the English, it's the Vanarama National League. And they're all contending for that one spot. And teams just don't win a lot of matches in this league. 55 points after 28 matches is paltry. Right? You've only won 16 of 28 matches you've played. You've dropped points in 12 of your 28 matches, and that is good enough for first place in the entire league. They've allowed 35 goals in 28 matches, and they're top of the league. I mean, there's so many wonderful things about that. It's clear evidence that at this level of football in England, chaos reigns supreme. That it is just impossible with the resources available to you in the 6th division to build a team that is head and shoulders above everybody. Unless you have, Hollywood superstars come in and start investing in your team. It especially in this league in the South, it's just not possible to build a team that's able to separate so convincingly. And this season demonstrates that better than any past season ever could have. I am actually, legitimately, every weekend, going to check in on the scores in the 6th division. Okay, there's one thing England does right. I mean, there's a few things, right? I'm not going to lie. You can catch me enjoying a Greg's sausage roll every now and again, right? But there's one thing above all else that England does right. Its lower leagues are just fabulous. They're centralized. Right, you go to France, you go down 4 divisions, and then it's like guaranteed amateur. You go to Spain, and you go down 4 divisions, and it's chaos, and there's groups everywhere. You go to Italy, and you go down to Serie C, and there's 60 teams at that level. England creates more national levels. Obviously, the size of the country helps with that. But England goes down 5 divisions with a fully national league down through the 5th division. And then the 6th division only has 2 leagues in it. 2 24-team leagues. There's only 48 teams in the 6th division of England. And only 2 of them go up. So it's just an absolute meat grinder if you are trying to get yourself out of the National League North or the National League South to get up. But why do I like this? It's because it's digestible. If I'm making a video talking about the 3rd division of Italy, the 4th division of Spain, the 4th division of France, there's a ton of teams in a bunch of different groups. But in England, you can go all the way down to the 6th division, which feels very far away, and all of a sudden you understand what's happening more. You can pay attention to it more. You can lock into it more. There's a clearer path. It makes, honestly, what England does is it's a bit of social engineering. It makes being in the 5th division feel a lot cooler than being in the 5th division in any other country is. Then that's because they basically just force the mass of teams down. I mean, think about it. If let's say Serie A has 20 teams in it, Serie B has 20 teams in it, Serie C has 60 teams in it, that's 100 teams. Well, if you go in England, you've got 20, 24, 24, 24, right? You're looking at, what was that, 92 teams in the English Football League? Yeah, it's 92 teams. So there's more teams, obviously, in the first 3 divisions of Italy than there are in the first 4 divisions of England. And then you drop down to the National League, boom, you got 24 more teams, right? You got basically 116. That math. Did that math? Yeah. That mathed. You got 116 teams through the first 5 divisions. Where in Italy, by the time you get to the 4th division, I don't even know how many teams are in Serie D, but it's ridiculous. Basically, all I'm saying is some of the teams in the 5th division of England would be in the 3rd division if it's cool. It's cool that you get to go down so many divisions and still have this kind of focused semi-national drama. In National League South, pay attention to it. You'll get your fix of drama. Okay? Enjoy. Pick your team. I'm a big Torquay United guy, right? Because they're that team that had a policeman's dog bit a player. This is a whole other story. A policeman's dog bit a player, and that was the reason that they didn't get relegated. You can look that one up. I probably made a video about it.